really big fan of your YouTube channel, and I wrote you this script to help with your career.
Now this caught me off guard because I didn't tell any of the kids that I did YouTube for a living. How this kid found out, I have no idea, but that's the last shit that I'm trying to deal with. Like, I can just imagine this kid's dad walking in the living room while his kid's watching my shitty little cartoons.
Oh my god, Michael, you are a fucktard. Jesus. Don't call me fucktard, Jesus.
What the hell are you watching in here?
Oh, it's okay. It's just my coach from Pee Wee Baseball.
Oh, all right. Wait a minute, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's not good. In fact, if your little ass is still watching this cartoon right now, knock it off and go do some homework or something. Now, I'm not gonna say this kid's name that wrote this script, obviously. I'm not gonna dox the poor kid. How fucked up would that be? But I will tell you what his nickname was, because, well, I gave every kid on the team an arbitrary nickname. And we had some pretty good ones on the team. We had, freshly baked donuts at first base, Three Blind Bryce out in left field. Hell, I called one kid Old Hickory all year long, and to this day, he has no idea why. And frankly, neither do I. It just sounded good at the time. I don't know. I'd be down at third base while he's up to bat. All right, Old Hickory, let's swing away. Here it comes, Old Hickory, right down the pipe. His parents are sitting on the bench completely baffled. What the hell is he calling our son? I have no idea, but I sure don't like it. Look, I'm the coach, all right? And if I want to call your kid by President Andrew Jackson's nickname, well, by golly, I'm gonna do it. Anyways, so this kid's nickname was the Madman. Now, why did I call him the Madman? Well, because this kid was like fucking 47 pounds and he was the smallest kid on the team. Having a nickname like the Madman gave him some confidence while he was at the plate. All right, Madman, swing away. This kid's crazy. I seen him fucking rob an old woman with a hammer. Swing away, Madman. What the? This kid's name's the Madman? What the hell?
That's my name, motherfucker. Don't wear it out.
So I read this kid's script, which is entitled Busted Lip, and it's about a kid on his baseball team last year who got hit in the face with a fly ball. Spoiler alert. And you know, it's a pretty shitty script, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the kid can hardly wipe his ass. I wasn't expecting much. But what I really wasn't expecting was for him to pepper in a few swear words in the script. Yeah, that's right, he threw a couple F-bombs in there because he knew he was writing for a Brewstew cartoon, and in the Brewstew world, there's no such thing as the word frickin'. I couldn't believe it. I mean, granted, he did put some asterisks in there to cover his ass, in case his parents found it and read it, which would have been awkward. They would have been like, what the hell kind of manifesto is our kid writing? Yeah, probably wouldn't be a good look. But anyways, since this kid had the balls to write this script in the first place, I present to you my first cover story. This is The Madman's Busted Lip.
All right. Now, we've all played baseball before, right?
All right, I'm not doing the voice the entire time. Holy hell. My fucking throat's gonna be shot. I'm gonna need a fucking lozenge. All right, let's try again. All right, now we've all played baseball before, right? And if you haven't, hey, that's okay. My baseball team last year was called the Pirates. And on that team, there was Josh, there was Tanner, there was Elijah, and there was Leo, and there was, holy hell, he's listing the whole fucking team. Madman, for future reference, we don't need to know the whole goddamn roster, all right? This shit sounds like the fucking starting offense in an NFL game. Bobby Thompson, Monroe Elementary. Little Ricky, homeschooled. Big Ricky, the Ohio State University. Look, just rattle off a couple of kids' names, preferably the weird ones that will make the story more interesting. How about that? All right, back to it. And that was my baseball team, the Pirates. But this story is about a kid named Josh, because Josh, and here comes our first F-bomb, everybody, busted his F***ing lip on a pop fly ball. Woo! He went there. He did it. And when that happened, everybody in the stands was like, Josh, what the H-E double hockey sticks? You're supposed to catch the ball with your glove, not your fucking face. All right, time out real quick, because we just so happened to be at this game that he's talking about, and nobody that day was like, hey, you 9-year-old piece of shit, catch the ball with your glove, not your fucking face. High five, am I right? Ha ha, stupid ass. No, that shit's crazy, Madman. What are you talking about? Maybe that's what your ruthless ass was thinking about, playing third base over there. But everybody in the stands was just concerned about this child's general welfare. All right, sorry, just had to clear that up real quick. So now Josh is bleeding, and he's crying like a baby. But eventually, he calmed down, and then we started playing again. The end. Whoa, 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 that was abrupt, wasn't it? Madman, you didn't quite stick the landing there, dude. But you know, I get it. Endings can be hard sometimes. Life's not always a goddamn Steven Spielberg movie, am I right? But hey, not bad for a first script. Everybody, give the Madman a round of applause. Fuck yeah, Madman! Fuck yeah! Now, like I said, we were at this game he's referring to, and I feel like the Madman might have missed a few, you know, key details. So I'd like to tell you this busted lip story, but from my perspective. All right, it's a lovely summer day, and the Pirates are playing the, whoever the fuck they were playing. We're in the stands enjoying ourselves, watching shitty little kid baseball. Little Ricky on the other team hits a pop fly, and the center fielder decides to catch the ball with his teeth. And my God, the sound that it made sounded like a fucking golf ball hitting aluminum siding. It was like... Holy hell, is that kid dead? This kid collapses in the field like he just got shot by a rifle. The coach is running out there like the fucking baseball field's on fire. The madman's at third base smoking a cigarette, not giving a fuck about anything. The whole scene's starting to look like the beginning of Saving Private Ryan. There's blood all over the place. The left fielder's cradling this kid's head. He's got prayer beads in his hands and shit. Run away from the light. You're gonna make it. Think about how much Fortnite you still haven't played yet. Well, when the coach finally gets out there, that's when they realize that the kid is missing a fucking tooth. Yeah, man, I don't know how you managed to miss that minor detail. I mean, the kid lost a fucking lateral incisor, for Christ's sake. You don't leave that shit in the footnotes. So now, there's like a 20-minute shitty scavenger hunt for this kid's tooth. They're out there for so long, the umpire's eventually like, hey, I'm only getting paid to umpire 2 hours of shitty little kid baseball. Can we wrap this shit up? And just like that, they continued playing the game. The tooth is still missing to this day. And you know, little Joshua survived this whole ordeal. Hell, he even kept playing in this game because, well, it turns out you don't need fucking teeth to play baseball. So Madman, if you're still watching this instead of doing homework like I told you, why don't you take some notes on my version of the story? Maybe draw yourself a fucking Venn diagram. Do a little compare and contrast, if you will. Maybe it'll help you out on your second script, and who knows, maybe years from now, we'll all be watching your shitty little cartoons on YouTube instead. The end.
Brewstew.com.
You could go to Grainger.com to find what you need to get the job done. Grainger, supplies and solutions for every industry.
Welcome to Artie's Odds and Ends. My name is Artie, and this is my son Dennis, who once got stuck in a hula hoop at recess and had to be freed by the fire department using the jaws of life. And today we're here to announce the official Brew Stew squishy plush toy. Wasn't there already a Brew Stew plush toy out like 3 years ago, Dad? Why, yes there was, Dennis, but this one's bigger, better, and it's squishier than a wet fart. What's not to love about it? Now these bad boys are only available for pre-order until August 23rd. After that, you're SOL, and me and Dennis have to figure out if we made a good investment or not. Why, I hope it's not like that time I spent all your college fund money on Beanie Babies back in the 90s, Dennis. What the f*** are we gonna do with all these Wally the Wombats? You can do all sorts of things with these little squishy plush toys, isn't that right, Dennis? Dennis? What? God damn it, Dennis, say your line, that's what. Oh, yeah, Dad, what kind of things can you do with them? Well, I'm glad that you asked, Dennis, with your f***ing forgetful ass. Allow me to demonstrate. You can drink beers with it, as much as you want, whenever you want. And this little guy's not gonna judge you, and he sure as hell won't divorce you either. Unlike that scorpion woman of an ex-wife of mine. You got a dog at home? Give it to him. He can chew on it, or lay with it. Hell, he can even f*** it if he wants, I don't care. Do you have a lot of pent-up anger that you need to let out? Well, you can just squeeze the shit out of these things, and they just pop back to normal. Try doing that with a real kid and see what happens. They also work as a great stand-in for when your dad gets drunk at night and wants to talk to you about old episodes of Three's Company. You see, Mr. Roper was John Ritter's landlord, Dennis. Are you listening? And then Mr. Roper's wife was always trying to fuck him, but he didn't want anything to do with that. God damn, Dennis, where's your glasses at? You look weird. So anyways, Don Knotts buys the place, and that's when things really go to hell. So if you want to pre-order an official Brew Stew squishy plush toy, go ahead and click on the little clicky thingy here, or click on the link that's in the description. Remember, these things are only available until August 23rd. So order now, and maybe Dennis will still have a shot at having a college fund. All right, Dennis, that's enough of this shit. Go get me another beer. I gotta go call your mom a bunch of times and then hang up on her when she answers the phone. Alright, now when I was a kid, there was nothing like a good old-fashioned school fundraiser. I don't know if things have changed these days, but back in my day, they would just herd all of us kids into the auditorium, and we'd be sitting there totally clueless. What the hell's going on? Is it the Russians? Are the Russians attacking? Alright, class, today we're gonna have a guest speaker here to talk to you about a school fundraiser. Now, these guest speakers had one goal in mind, and that was to get all of us kids as hyped as possible so we'd go out and sell as much shit as possible. And for the most part, it'd work. There'd be this dude up there with a boombox, all amped up like he just did a couple of Ripper Magoos in the bathroom. You guys ready to sell some candy bars? Yeah! Y'all ready to get exploited for some cash? Hell yeah! And of course, a school fundraiser is nothing without all the shitty prizes that you could win. The more candy bars you sell, the more bullshit that you receive. That's right, if you sell over 700 candy bars, you'll win this sweet, sweet Tony Danza slap bracelet. Oh yeah, I don't know who the fuck Tony Danza is, but I gotta have that slap bracelet. And then there'd always be like the most ridiculous grand prize for whoever sold the most candy bars. And for whoever sells the most candy bars, bars, they will get the super duper grand prize, the state of New Mexico. So we get out of school for the day, and we're all amped up with our little stupid suitcases filled with candy bars. Nobody's gonna outsell me. That state of New Mexico is as good as mine. You get home and you immediately corner your parents. Hey, Dad, how about you go ahead and buy yourself some of these here candy bars? How about you go ahead and go fuck yourself instead? How about that? You need to get your ass out there and go door to door and put your life on the line like all the other kids. So me and my dumbass friends venture out into our neighborhood, try to sell as many candy bars as possible. The only problem was that these candy bars were generic as hell. I mean, it just said candy bar in the wrapper and shit. They're super bland. They taste like a goddamn alarm clock. Who the hell's gonna buy these things? Hey, you wanna buy some candy bars for our school fundraiser? Kid, I've eaten assholes that taste better than those goddamn candy bars. No thanks. Candy bars for sale, would you like to buy one? Hey, honey, you wanna buy some bullshit from these dirty little kids? No. Nope, not interested. Hello, sir. Would you like to buy a candy bar for a good cause? I got the type 2 diabetes, you little shit. You trying to kill me? You can shove those candy bars up your little third-grade asses. Alright, so clearly this was going to be a lot harder than we initially thought. So what do we decide to do? Well, we decide to start lying to people. You know, try to guilt them into buying these goddamn candy bars. Hi, my dog has rickets, and we're selling candy bars to help raise money for him. Oh my god, your dog has rickets? How awful. Honey, go get your checkbook. This dirty little boy's dog has rickets. And being the dumbass little kids that we were, we'd go to every house on the block. We didn't care who it was. I think we should skip this house. It says no soliciting right there. Oh no, they're talking about hookers. My stepdad says that's what soliciting means. Hey, assholes! The sign says no solicitors! Is he calling us hookers? Hey, you dirty old man, I'm not a hooker! I'm trying to raise money for the penguins in Puerto Rico! The penguins in Puerto Rico? Oh, well, hell, you should have said that to begin with. Let me find my checkbook. Hell, we'd be so desperate to make a sale, we'd even go to the creepy old guy's house on the end of the block. Yeah, I don't know about this. My dad said this guy's not allowed to go within 300 yards of a Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, to hell with that! I need to get that Tony Danza slap bracelet! Yeah, what do you kids want? Hi, I'm raising money for my stepdad's hysterectomy. Can you buy a candy bar? I'll buy whatever you want me to if you come inside and play hide the banana. No thank you. I'm not soliciting right now. You guys want to come inside and eat Hot Pockets and watch me clip my toenails? Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Hey, where are you guys going? You guys should come in my backyard and see if you can fit in this hole that I just dug. So after a few weeks selling these crappy candy bars, we finally get our shitty prizes that we worked so hard for. Wow, that was totally not worth it. Yeah, and I still don't know who the fuck Tony Danza is. But the worst part of it all had to be that the kid that sold the most candy bars in my class didn't do a goddamn thing. He didn't scour his neighborhood and dodge pedophiles left and right. No, he just had his parents take his candy bars to their work, and they sold them all for him. So we busted our ass for these stupid Tony Danza slap bracelets, and this asshole wins the state of New Mexico. God damn it.
Brewstew.com.
You took something that didn't belong to you.
The Equalizer 3 comes home.
I'm here to get it back.
With a 94% audience score.
Warning me? I'm preparing you.
The Equalizer 3. Buy or rent now.
Alright, now when I was a kid, I loved gym class. Because when you're in school dealing with long division and your stupid cursive handwriting all day, you need to have a break. And what better break is there than spending an hour in a gymnasium where some 40-year-old alcoholic teaches you how to play sports? Because let's face it, your gym teacher didn't seem like a real teacher with like a real teaching degree or anything. Why does this guy smell like bourbon? Did they just pull this guy off the streets or what? Alright, welcome to gym class. I know half of you guys don't want to be here, and that's fine. I don't want to be here either. But I'm on parole right now and I need a job. So here we are. Now when we were kids, gym class was always a chaotic mess. The gym teacher would just arbitrarily pick a sport for the day and then he'd just let us run amok. Alright, we're gonna play, I don't know, how about soccer? Have at it. Let's see, you guys want to play hockey today? Go for it. How about we play, throw the dodgeball at the fat kid? Wait, what? There would be kids getting hurt left and right. I hit Ricky with this hockey stick and I broke his pelvis. Well, what the hell did you do that for? Because you told me that's how to play good defense? Oh yeah, that's right. And don't you tell on me, goddammit, or I'll give you an F for the day. But Fridays in gym class were always different because Fridays were cardiovascular days. And all we would do on Fridays is run laps around the gym. Sometimes our teacher would bring out this big boom box and blare music for motivation, but he'd always play the same song over and over and over. And that song was Juvenile's Back That Ass Up. What a great song for a bunch of elementary kids. Of course, it was the shitty, edited Kids Bop version of it, Back That Thing Up, which is much more appropriate. So there we were, a bunch of scrawny-ass kids running around the gym, Juvenile blasting out this boombox.
Girl, you look good, won't you? You's a fine mother flipper, won't you? Call me Big Daddy, when you? Girl, who's they playing with?
There'd be teachers poking their heads in the gym and shit. What the hell is going on here?
We're backing our asses up. What's it look like?
Is that so? Well, I guess that's public schools for you, I guess. But the worst thing that we had to do in gym class, without a doubt, was the dumbass square dancing that they made us do. Now, I don't know whose brilliant idea it was to make square dancing part of the curriculum, but if I had to guess, it would be the devil himself.
Make the children awkwardly hold hands and dance the hillbilly music, damn it.
So every year, at the end of the year, we would have to do square dancing. The most nerve-wracking part, of course, was when the teacher picked your partner out for you. Let's say, Becky, you can be with Timmy, and Jennifer, you can be with Larry over there. Careful, he has eczema. You might not want to get too close to him. Meanwhile, I'm over there in the corner praying to the gods above. Please let me get a good partner. Please let it be Topanga from Boy Meets World. Let's see, and you over there, you can be with, well, how about Big Bertha over there? Oh, god damn it!
Sounds good to me. Let's dance, Cupcake.
Jesus Christ, look at her. She's got shoulders of a linebacker.
One time my dad asked me to clean my room, and I had Big Bertha whoop his ass. Ah, damn it, looks like there's more boys than there are girls in this class. David, you're gonna have to be partnered up with Zachary over there.
Zachary? I'd rather stick my dick in a toaster than be partners with Zachary. All he does is talk about monster trucks all day.
Yeah, well, I guess it sucks to suck, doesn't it? That's not my problem. All right, everybody line up. So we'd all get into formation. The teacher's out there with his big-ass boombox. All right, everybody ready to feel uncomfortable?
No, not really.
Perfect, let's do it. Ooh, I don't like this shit one bit. Big Bertha's over there staring at me, licking her lips and shit. The teacher's yelling out commands for everybody to follow. Grab your partner around and round, kick him in the ass, and knock him down. All right, promenade, goddammit, promenade! We're out there dancing like idiots. Nobody knows what the hell they're doing. Bertha's got me on her shoulders and shit like she's my dad. David's over there in his own personal hell.
One time I seen the gravedigger jump over a school bus and I almost shat myself.
God damn it, I've seen crippled kids do-si-do better than that. What the hell are you guys doing out there? You're disgracing the sport of square dancing. All right, let's change it up a little bit and take it from the top.
Let's go, Cupcake. Back that ass up.
Brewstew.com.
Pizza Hut Meat Lovers Melts, just $6.99. Almost half a pound of meat and cheese. Enough for two, just for you.
All right. Now, when I was a kid, Cub Scouts was a big deal. And in Cub Scouts, you do all sorts of stuff. You race blocks of wood down a ramp. You carve animals out of soap with a sweet pocket knife. But most of all, you got to go to Cub Scout camp. Now, our Cub Scout camp was in this random plot of land in the middle of the city called Camp Miaconda. Miaconda, of course, is an old Mohican proverb that translates to land adjacent to a Kmart. And my little 10-year-old ass couldn't even pronounce Camp Miaconda. To me, it was always Camp Anaconda. Anaconda, of course, is an old English proverb that means shitty Jennifer Lopez movie. Now, at Camp Anaconda, our main goal was to earn merit badges. And I have to say it was pretty easy for us to earn these merit badges because our Cub Scout leader wasn't very good at his job. He liked to half-ass a lot of things. We'd be standing in the middle of the woods and he'd be like, hey, you guys know fire's really hot, right? Yeah? Okay, good job. Here's your fire safety badge. You guys know when you get lost in the woods, you're supposed to eat berries and fucking try to find your way out, right? Yeah, I guess. Perfect. Here's your forest survival badge. But of all the badges that you can earn, nothing was more important than your Arrow of Light badge. Because your Arrow of Light badge proved that you were no longer just a shitty little Cub Scout, you were a full-blown Boy Scout. You were a man now.
You're a fucking man scout.
I am Boy Scouts.
So on what would be my last trip to Camp Anaconda, our goal for that weekend was to finally earn our coveted Arrow of Light. And on this particular trip, my dad decided to chaperone because, well, it's hard for one person to manage a bunch of punk-ass kids in the woods. I don't think he was excited for it. What, to babysit a bunch of shitheads in the middle of the woods? Not really, no. And I can't really blame him. Now, in order to get your Arrow of Light, you had to meet certain expectations. They're not just gonna give it to you, it's the fucking Arrow of Light, for Christ's sake. This ain't no Girl Scout bullshit where if you sell 2 cookies, they give you 19 fucking badges on your sachet. No, this is a big deal. But with our lame-ass Cub Scout leader, we just had to do the bare minimum. Okay, it says here you guys gotta know how to tie a square knot. Can you do that? I can tie my shoes. Good enough for me. Next one here, you have to memorize the Scout code. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Jesus Christ. I can tie my shoes. Good enough for me. Next one here, you have to memorize the Scout code. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Jesus Christ, Timmy, that was a bit overkill, don't you think? God damn, I would have accepted be good or not be an asshole, for Christ's sake. Now, our final test for our Arrow of Light happened inside of the cabin that we were staying in on the last night of the trip. All right, here's the deal. You guys can get your little arrows of light as long as you keep this fire lit all night tonight and you don't burn down the cabin and murder everybody, okay? So naturally, we all decided to take 2-hour shifts watching the fire while the rest of us slept, and because it was my brilliant ass idea, I got the first shift. Now, staying up for fire duty was pretty easy for 2 reasons. For one, our scout leader told us this really fucked up scary story right before bed, and it traumatized the hell out of us. Hey, you kids ever hear about the Manitoba Mangler? The Manitoba Mangler? Yeah, it's a story about a guy that murdered a bunch of children in the 1980s. Yeah, he hacked them all up into pieces with a dull chainsaw. It was fucking wild. And for 2, for those of you that don't know, my dad likes to snore loud as hell. And when I say loud as hell, I mean if he was taking a nap on the couch, you could hear his ass from the outside. There'd be people walking down the street and shit. What the hell was that, a goddamn wildebeest? Hell, he'd snore so loud, sometimes he'd wake his own ass up. Ah! What the fuck was that? Is there a wildebeest in here? So there I am, on fire watch. My dad's snoring like he's possessed by the fucking devil. Wake his own ass up. There'd be people walking down the street and shit. What the hell was that, a goddamn wildebeest? Hell, he'd snore so loud, sometimes he'd wake his own ass up. Ah! What the fuck was that? Is there a wildebeest in here? So there I am, on fire watch. My dad's snoring like he's possessed by the fucking devil. At this point, the whole cabin's awake. Jesus Christ, that man's septum is deviated as fuck. Some little kids outside the cabin taking a piss, wondering what the hell's going on. What the hell is that? Is somebody starting a chainsaw? Is it the fucking Manitoba Mangler? So needless to say, we didn't catch the goddamn cabin on fire because, well, nobody got to sleep that night except for my dad. The next morning, everybody's pissed off at him. Hey, chainsaw? Is it the fucking Manitoba Mangler? So needless as fuck. Some little kids outside the cabin taking a piss, wondering what the hell's going on. What the hell is that? Is somebody starting a chainsaw? Is it the fucking Manitoba Mangler? So needless to say, we didn't catch the goddamn cabin on fire because, well, nobody got to sleep that night except for my dad. The next morning, everybody's pissed off at him. Hey, the next time you want to help me out with a bunch of kids, could you not snore like it's the fucking apocalypse? So shout out to my dad's demonic ass snoring, because without that, we wouldn't have got our little goddamn arrows of light. The end.
Brewstew.com.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Real quick, I wanted to shout out Alex Clark, who did a cartoon on the same subject. For those of you that don't know, he doesn't do baby shit anymore. He says bad words now, like piss and jabroni, you know, the worst of the worst. So make sure you check out his cartoon.
Fries or fries and rings, BK combo, so many things. Iced or frozen drinks your way, put some choice back in your day. At BK, have it your way.
Alright, now when I was a kid, Christmas was a big deal. And nothing was more important than going to see Santa and telling them what you wanted for Christmas. Because how else are you gonna let Santa know that you want that sweet, sweet Mario Kart game for the Nintendo 64? Now granted, you could just write him a letter instead and mail it to him. Dear Santa, thank you for getting me a Nintendo 64 last year for Christmas. However, I'm not sure why you got me Diddy Kong Racing to go with it instead of Mario Kart 64. Everybody knows Mario Kart 64 is the much better game. Seriously? Seriously? What the fuck? P.S. I got you double stuffed Oreos to go with your milk this year. You know, the good shit. You can thank me later. You put your letter in the mailbox all excited and shit, but then you realize, oh yeah, that's right, I'm a dumbass little kid. I don't even got any postage on this goddamn thing. Santa's not gonna get this letter, what am I doing? So instead, you gotta go with your dumbass friends to see Santa in person. Hey, you know Santa's gonna be at the Kmart down the street today, right? What? Kmart? What the hell's Santa trying to do there? Score some smack? I have no idea, but my stepdad's taking us if you wanna go.